Hello, my dear boys, and welcome to your craft class. Hope all of y'all are doing well. Boys, it's Christmas season, and so it's time to learn some Christmas crafts. Today, I'll teach you to make two articles, a Christmas tree and a star. Both the articles are quite easy to make and will require the most basic materials to make them. Let us now check out the materials that we'll need. First of all, we'll need a green A4 size printer paper. You can use any shade of green. Next, we'll need a pair of scissors, sticker stones to decorate the Christmas tree. You can select whichever color you like, a small star to put on top of the tree, a small container to serve as a pot for our tree. Here I have taken the lid of a bottle of hand sanitizer. We'll need Fevicol, a piece of silver foil which you may have at home, and a few pebbles. Let us now begin. Here I have taken a green A4 size paper. It is rectangular in shape and I'm going to cut a square out of it. Watch carefully how I'm folding the paper. The part which I am folding now is the excess paper and we will not be needing it while making our Christmas tree. I'll now start cutting the paper along this line. Do not cut the paper in a hurry, cut slowly and neatly. Boys, remember to be very careful when you're using a pair of scissors. Here my square is ready. It has a diagonal line which is folded. I'm folding it backwards also. Now I'm making a second diagonal fold. And I'm folding the same line backwards also. Now, holding the paper straight, I'm folding the square into half. I'm folding it backwards too. I have rotated the square and again I'm folding it into half. Now I'm folding it backwards. Watch how I'm pinching the two diagonal corners and bringing them together. Observe this folding line. Watch the video carefully and see how I'm folding the paper now. Press the paper down firmly so that you get neat and sharp folded lines. We'll now repeat the same on the other side. Here we have a total of 4 flaps. I am now opening up one flap and you can see a pocket is formed. Watch once again. Now I'm pressing this pocket down to get 2 small flaps. I am repeating the same process with the other flap. I now have 4 small flaps. I'll now turn the paper over and repeat the same process with the 2 flaps on the other side. So we'll now have 8 small flaps in total, 4 on one side and 4 on the other. Now I'm going to cut off this excess paper. I am making sure there are 4 flaps on each side. Once again, I am folding the center line so that it is easily visible. I have started making horizontal slits on the paper. The slits should not reach the center folded line. Observe how I stop cutting the paper much before reaching the center line. We have to make sure that the slits are equidistant from each other. Means the distance between all the slits must be the same. I have finished cutting all the slits on one side. Now I'll start cutting slits on the other side. Here too, I'll stop cutting much before reaching the center line. I have finished cutting all the slits. Now we'll go on to the next step. The slits have to be folded. I'll take each flap separately and fold the slits on it. Watch how I'm folding the slits into small triangles. We need to apply enough pressure while folding so that we get sharp folds. Here I have finished folding all the slits on the first flap. Now I'll go on to the second flap and repeat the same process. The second flap too is done. And now I'll start with the third flap. Here I have completed the third flap too. While turning the flaps, we have to be very careful and gentle, or else the paper may tear. we have completed the 4 flaps of one side. We'll now start with the 4 flaps on the other side. Now I have started with the last flap. Here I'm just checking to see if all the slits have been folded into tiny triangles. I have some sticker stones here. I'm going to use them to decorate the tree. I'll stick one stone at the tip of every tiny triangle. I'm cutting a stone out from a strip and sticking it on the smooth side of the triangle and not the folded side. I'll continue sticking the stones at the tip of all the triangles. I'm using stones of only one color here. You may stick stones of different colors if you wish. Now I'm starting with the next flap. Now boys, instead of stones, you can also use half pearls or the tiny stickers you get in shapes of stars, etc. Similarly, I'll continue and complete sticking stones on all the other flaps. Here is another Christmas tree that I had made. I have stuck multicolored stones on this tree and a star on top. Now we'll make a pot for our tree. I have taken the lid of a bottle. You can even take a small paper cup. I am going to cover this lid with a silver foil. I am applying Fevicol on the surface of the lid and spreading it evenly. I am placing the lid on the foil and rolling it so that the lid is entirely covered by the foil. I am now giving cuts to the extra foil on top and folding it inside. Remember to handle the silver foil gently as it tears very easily. Now I'll put a few pebbles inside the lid and stick our Christmas tree on these stones. Our Christmas tree is now ready. We'll start making the star. For that, we'll need a square piece of paper. I'll be taking a square measuring 10 centimeters. Let's begin. Here, I have my 10 centimeter square ready. I'm going to fold it exactly into half. Watch carefully how I'm going to make the various folds now. I am running my ruler gently over the paper to get a sharp fold. I am marking the point of intersection of the two folding lines. I am bringing this tip of the paper to the point of intersection and folding the paper. Observe the next fold carefully. And there we have our star. We need to go over the folding lines again to give the star a proper shape. We have made 2 articles today, a Christmas tree and a star. That's all for now, boys. See you next week with a new craft project. Till then, happy crafting, stay safe, and may God bless you, dear boys. Instructions for the next craft class. Boys, for the next craft period, you'll keep the following materials ready. 3 sheets of A4 size papers. You may select any 3 colors of your choice. You will also need a pencil, a ruler, a pair of scissors, Fevicol and glue stick.